I'm Jim Coleman. I'm the president and CEO of the Prince George's County Economic Development Corporation. And it's a pleasure to be here today to talk about someone who I've known for 37 years. 37 years ago, I showed up off of a dirt farm out of Kentucky. And I showed up at Howard University. My mother got me in on probation. And I was unloading my trunk up there at Sutton Plaza. And all of a sudden, the coolest guy walked in my dorm room. He was good looking, articulate, smart.
15 minutes. We have 15
well-groomed.
minutes.
He had on the baddest clothes I've ever seen. A pair of beautiful white polyester pants, a big polyester rose on the back, platform shoes. He said, I'm going to be a public servant. That day, you all, August 28th, 1978.
Now you know why we've never worked before
and I
together.
love him. He's done a fabulous job as our county executive, turned this county around 4 years ago versus today. We, this morning, have 12,000 of our residents who went to work this morning, more than 4 years ago. This payroll in this county is $1 billion more than it was 4 years ago. And county executive believes this is not the time to cool off. We just got back from China. We're going to talk about that a little bit. I'm a hillbilly again, and I wonder why in the heck are we going to China? Why can't we just go to D.C. and get business? And the county executive for 37 years has stretched me beyond being a hillbilly to try to think more strategic. And as a result, we took 13 delegates. I think Cal Body's in the audience here. Cal, are you here? If you are here, stand up. There's Cal in the back. An accomplished real estate developer here in the county. 12 of his other colleagues went with us. And we're bringing back over $3 billion in opportunity from these delegates. On top of that, we went to Z Park, which is the Silicon Valley of China. And they are thrilled to be able to have a partnership where we're going to have over 200 of their entrepreneurs to come here to Prince George's County. That's all happening because of one man, this leadership, this man right here who's making it happen for this county. And I want to ask him some questions today, and then we'll get right to the beer and the good food. So to start off, County Executive Baker, the first strategic question that I'd like to ask you, it's one of the most difficult ones, is that we would like to get a prediction from you on the Patriots, on their 16-0 season. Do you think they have a chance? You're from New England, and I know you love the Patriots, but this is the most difficult question, so take your time on answering it.
You do realize that now it's a good thing I was term limited. I am term limited because you just ruined it for me. You know, this is a Redskin town. Yes, we think the Patriots got. And we like the fact that those of you who like the Redskins, you know, we like them out in Landover, come there, spend money. We like spending money in the county. But yes, I think the Patriots are going to do very well. I think they're 2-0. I don't know. I'll keep up with them.
All right.
What questions do you have?
Well, getting back to business, we went over to China. Why is China important to Prince George's County?
Well, I think, first of all, I want to thank Bisnow for doing this in Prince George's County. I want to thank you for coming out. This is a very important time for us in Prince George's County. David kind of alluded to it and some of the other speakers, but at the very beginning, if you were around at the beginning of the Baker administration, I used to go around saying Prince George's County is the economic engine of the Washington region, and I dare say the state of Maryland. I can guarantee you 5 years ago, almost nobody believed that. And we knew that because they would never show up to our stuff. You know, but we knew that we were on the rise, and if you look at the fact that the Washington region was growing, the next best place to any around there was Prince George's County. So we made a concerted effort to go out and attract businesses and retain businesses in the county, but also to make it easier to do business here. Part of that, though, is international business. You know, we're here at the University of Maryland, which has the largest number of Chinese students of any university around this area. China is the largest economy, one of the largest economy, and we're booming. We saw all the work they were doing in D.C. and in Northern Virginia, Montgomery County. Why not Prince George's County? So taking businesses over there, not only to show what we could do in China, but also to get some of those investments coming back here. And I think it's worked. This is our second year going. You know, it was great, and you were there. It was great meetings with the delegation from China, and I think it's gonna bode well for Prince George's County.
And do you believe that the county has a larger vision internationally? And if so, could you explain?
I think we have to be part of the marketplace, and now the marketplace is globally. So in Prince George's County, we're not just thinking about what's happening in Northern Virginia or DC or even in the state of Maryland. We're thinking about what's going on in those emerging economies, whether it's China, whether it's India, whether it's Brazil. We're going to take a delegation to Central and South America. You know, Prince George's County is multicultural. It's a diverse population, diverse economy, diverse business. So we want to take advantage of all of that. And we think we should be the place that businesses should look to first.
Well, we know that the FBI has a lot of complex questions that need to be answered.
And we have complex answers. What
do you think of the chances of us getting that wonderful facility?
No, I think we have a great chance of getting the FBI here. If you look at what OMB and General Service Administration and FBI said that what they want, and you look at the locations that are in competition right now, whether it's Landover or Greenbelt, and you compare that with Northern Virginia, and we have everything they've asked for. But the thing that we're not doing, and I think this has been the philosophy that we've had from the very beginning on economic development in general, that's not to wait for the project to come here. We've already done the stuff, thanks to the work with the council and the county, to actually put the permitting process in place for both the sites. We're actually looking at how we bring retail and add to those sites here, so we make them more attractive. And you'll see as we prepare to go into session in Annapolis that we're going to put some more things in place so that we make ourselves as attractive to the FBI as possible. The one thing, and I'll add this, the last thing is, this is the first time the FBI is the first project in the state of Maryland where the state has recognized that one jurisdiction is going to represent the entire state. So for the first time, you don't have Montgomery County or Prince George's County or Anne Arundel County or Howard County competing against each other. You have Prince George's County being the site, the state federal delegation backing it, the state delegation in Annapolis backing it. So that puts us in a really good place.
What are some of the insider tips about what makes Prince George's a great county, and what are some of its best kept secrets?
Well, I mean, you heard the panels before you, which I thought were excellent. It just talked to, one, we have the one thing you can't buy. You know, my good friend Wayne Curry used to say, you know, Prince George's County has location. We're right next to Rome, the only place you can legally print money and not go to jail. But you know, we have this great location. We have these 15 underdeveloped metro sites. We have a really intelligent population, one of the most educated population there is. We have a high income. We have one of the greatest universities in the world right here, University of Maryland. But we also have Bowie State University and Prince George's Community College and others. So we have all these natural resources. We have location. And so the location, the resources are coming together to make us attractive.
County Executive Baker, what are some of the best places to invest as a developer in the county?
Everywhere. 500 square miles, it's all good. It's all good. If you want to develop, we got a place for you. No, we really do think, I mean, we in the county, and this was mentioned when David Iannucci was up here, we in the county have focused on the metro sites. But as Brian Givens, I don't know if he's still here, he had to leave, but you talk about his development project in Laurel. That is a phenomenal project that's going on there. In fact, as David was telling the story, which was a true one, when I first went to Las Vegas and we talked about, you know, Prince George's County, and David said, hey, we need to be here, we need to push the county. And I said, great, I'm ready for all these meetings. We're gonna have plenty of meetings. He said, yes, we got you booked. I said, great. I said, so when do they start coming in? He said, you know what, boss, new concept. We're actually gonna go to them. I said, what? He said, yeah, so we got all of our stuff in a little bag, and we're just gonna go knock on people's door and tell them about the county. I said, so no one signed up to see us? He said, yes and no. But I bring that up because one of the people we were trying to get was Harris Teeter. And here they are doing the first development project in Laurel, a site that we're not as a government focused on as much. We were focused on hard to serve areas inside the Beltway. but every part of this county is attractive. We've got developments as far away as Brandywine that are coming online, to New Carrollton, which we're excited about, to Greenbelt, to every part. Our idea is to develop nodes throughout Prince George's County and make it all attractive.
County Executive Baker, you have instilled confidence in the business community here in Prince George's County.
We have to ask them. They haven't drank yet, so they might not agree.
What do you think people are going to say here in Prince George's County 20, 30, 50 years from now about your tenure as county executive?
Well, I don't know if they'll say anything about my tenure as county executive. You know, they require that they put a picture of me in wherever you know, the county office building is, so they'll at least know what I look like. But this is what I think they will say about Prince George's County, and what you will say. If you're not investing in Prince George's County, what you'll say is, damn. Damn. I wish I knew. You say the same things I have to say to my wife when I see her is, honey, you were right. We should have bought that property on P Street, because we'd be sitting on some hot property right now in D.C. If you are investing in Prince George's County, you'll say, damn, I am smart as hell. This is the hottest market it is. This is it. Those words I said 5 years ago when I was just trying to build us up like, you know, a little engine that could, they're actually true. I guarantee you that the momentum that we've seen place in Prince George's County will continue. And in the next 20 years, you'll see this as the growth area, not just for the Washington region, but for the state. There will be retail all up and down Prince George's County. People will be moving here, and businesses will come here, and investment opportunities will be here. And it'll be one of the best, because we'll have everything that people want. One, we'll have great retail, great place to shop, eat. We'll have great schools. Crime will be low. And we'll have a healthcare system second to none. So this will be a great place. Now, I don't know if they'll remember me, but if y'all, some of y'all, you know, because I'll be old then. So, you know, young people kind of write my name down and say, hey, there's this guy that had a little something to do with it.
And then the last question, County Executive Baker, what is going to be your role in the county's history and the future of Prince George's County?
My role? I think, you know, like every administration, what you hope to do is really just kind of carry the ball forward on your term. You know, I've been really blessed. I mean, people talk about it, and I loved hearing the last panel, and I was glad I got here to hear that. And I love hearing what people say about Prince George's County now. And then I think about my role in it, and really the role that I have. You know, I see David Iannucci here, and Brad Fromm is back in the back, you know, looking relaxed that I don't call him to do any work. But I think of, you know, the people that we hired, you know, that I got a chance to work with, who are doing some phenomenal stuff. So when my 3 years are over, I got 3 years left in this term, I'm just going to sit back and one, think about the brilliant people that felt so sorry for me and loved this county so much they came here to work here. And I'm going to think about all of these things that we put in place that are going to really propel this county. And so I'm going to have, you know, my dream job. I think I wrote this, Scott, right? My dream job is to, you know, for my wife and I to open a coffee shop and a bookstore which doesn't sell coffee and doesn't sell books. And I'm going to read there all day and just think about it and look at. Of course, I need a nice development where we can, you know, ride an elevator up to our apartment. But, you know, so my role in this is really to make sure that you in the business community, and I mean this is probably a great way to end. You know, I said from the very beginning of this administration, I want you to do well. I want you to do extremely well. I want us to help you do well. I want you to make money. And the reason is for very, very selfish reason. The more you make, the more tax incomes I get. The more I can help our school system, the more people you hire, the more it generates Prince George's County, the more people move here. So we want to help you, because you're really the job creators. We can't do it all. I mean, we can throw some money in there, and we did with the EDI fund, but we can't do it all. That was just an incentive for you to look at the county. But we really need to be the partners that you have and look at opportunities that you want to be in so that you do extremely well and you help this county grow. Thank you very much.
County Executive Baker, thank you so much for your commitment.